Welcome everybody to the Not Move podcast. It is me, the Dollface Gremlin, returning here for another great episode of In the Wickets with my partner in crime right next to me, Atrain. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good, sir. Feeling like a gold medal winner. This is the follow up from the Olympics, right?
Yeah, great follow up. We're very happy that both of our U.S. Olympic teams got to win, the women and the men, both in great fashion as well. Came down to the wire, had to make all our hearts pound in our chest and leap up and down inside ourselves. But hey, it's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you catch that Devils Sabres game last night where they had Jack Hughes come out and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't get to see the beginning. I got to see the clip because I only got to see from the first of the end of the first period on for that game. So they showed the clips. I didn't get to see the opening. How was it?
Oh man, it was cool. Yeah. So yeah, I actually watched it because I had a feeling they were going to do it. They were going to honor him some way. But yeah, they put the game winning goal up on the jumbotron, right?
Oh,
And yeah, and he just got rained down with cheers, dude. It was super cool. Even though the Devils lost, but that's besides the point. That coaching staff is rough, bro.
hey, hey, you know what? Besides, it's good the Devils lost. Fine for me. For my team, it's good. It's fine.
Right, right,
Maybe doesn't mean so much for you.
right.
But yeah, the Olympic hangover is officially here. Um, couple guys went on injured reserve right after the Olympics happened. Obviously, my guy Sidney Crosby, he is going to be out for 4 weeks. They're saying now that is, I guess, long term. They're expecting possibly him to be back more in the 3 week range, but we'll see
Yeah,
about that.
yep.
Um, I saw though that our boy, not move profile guy Leo Carlson, come back in great fashion last night. We'll talk about those games from yesterday,
Yeah.
but he's come off the IR, so it looks like some of this Olympic rest helps some guys, right?
Yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. So just I wanted to just touch on like some of the aftermath, obviously, before we jump into that. Some of the aftermath, right, from the Olympic Games, right? So obviously, all 20 players. So out of the 25 players, 20 of them visited the White House, right, and saw Trump at the White House, right? So did you see what our boy Connor Hellebuyck? Did you see that what Trump said to him?
I did. I also saw that we can talk about he's added another piece of hardware to his trophy case right after the gold medal.
Right, the Medal of Freedom, huh?
Yeah, right. Hey, man. I guess you take them where you can get them, right?
Yeah, dude, I just like, dude, it's making headline news. It's controversy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, take it as you will. Only five players didn't show up to go to it. So, and then we don't really want to get too much into politics. I don't personally, but
No.
that is the perk is you get to go to the White House, right? You get to go talk to the president, all that good stuff. But what I wanted to hit on, Graham, was a couple of guys that came off. There was a little bit of backlash for poor sportsmanship and a bad look for the NHL. And the two guys, unfortunately, one of them's my guy, Nathan McKinnon, right? And the other one is John Cooper, right? The coach for the Canadian
Oh,
team, right? Did you catch
uh,
out? Did you catch the post game conference and what that was said?
yeah. Nate McKinnon, I'm a little bit shocked at because when I hear comments like you can judge who the better team was, that's sour grapes, my friend.
And
You
did you? Yeah.
you, that's sour grapes, and Coach Cooper, sour grapes, my friend. The when all I have to say is when we lost in 2010. Did we not bow out graciously? Did we not
And
say, hey, we'll get them next time if we play them?
and this is the worst part, right? And I hate to shit on my guy, but like imagine having Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Kel McCarr all on the ice at one time, right?
Right?
And then saying it's not fair, right? So this is his quote unquote little presser. I'll give you the quick summary of it. You take the players off the ice. Now hockey's not hockey anymore. There's a reason overtime and shootouts are in play. It's all TV driven to end games. There's a reason it's not Stanley Cup final or playoff hockey. Like Tell me you're sour without telling me you're being sour, right?
Yeah, yeah. That
Like, what do we?
I think what the problem is here is I would like to see everyone with the shoe on the other foot, right?
Mhm.
Because I don't think John Cooper would be saying the same things if they won, and I don't think that the U.S. team would be saying the same things if the Canadians won. I think the U.S. would be just like they were at the Four Nations tournament, very upset that they lost, very upset, and pushing towards what did they say at Four Nations? A Train, we'll see
Yeah,
them
dude.
at the
It's
Olympics. We will see
yeah,
them at the Olympics. We
yeah.
didn't sit there and
I
cry.
mean,
None of our players, none of that happened. A Train. So to your point. I think just a little bit of sour grapes, little bit of
I
sour grapes here.
like I said, I don't want to go in too hard on my guy, but that Canadian team was not happy. I mean, obviously, it's because it's their number one sport, and it's what they had outside of maple syrup and Canadian bacon, which is just ham. Nah, I shouldn't go. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that tonight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I love maple syrup. I love Canada. We're moving on.
And I tell you what, I love maple syrup in Canada, and all the great things from the great white north up there. But the fact of the matter is this: thank you for playing. We'll see you next time.
Yep. Shout out Brett. Hit the Hitman heart.
Yeah, yeah, Brett. Hey, Brett. Feel free to, root for us a little bit more. I know you're probably sitting there not thinking about who was the best there is, or best there was, or best there ever will be, even though that's probably the best American hockey team that there ever will be right now. Uh, but Brett, come join the dark side. That's why everybody loves Darth Vader, dude. Come on, he was
Yep.
a good guy who came to the dark side. Just do it, Brett.
You're right.
So we had some action though, A Train. Finally, we got to see some hockey games. Now, yeah, Olympic hockey ended what Sunday, and here we are, just like darn, we don't we don't get to see any hockey till Wednesday, but we did get to see some good games. What game did you get to watch that stood out to you? I know you got to see your Avalanche play, obviously, but were there any other games that you got to catch the action for?
Yeah, so I mean, I flipped through the channels and stuff, obviously. The Sabres and the Devils, obviously, like I told you, I watched that game to just kind of see what was going to happen after the Olympics. Obviously, I wanted to see what was going to happen with Hughes. So, obviously, that was a 2-1 game, right? Close game. Tage Thompson, right? It- that guy, I fucking love that guy, dude. He's fucking awesome, right?
Oh man, that little shot he put on net there to get that, I believe that was the first goal of the game for the Sabres. Just that nice little tuck and ooh, nice. Right above that I believe that was a goalie's blocker side there. I Tage just going out there and showing again why he was selected to the Olympics, right?
Yep, dude, guy's a beast, dude. There's just certain people I'm going to shout out when we do these weekly podcasts. Tage Thompson, let's go, bro. You're the man.
Yeah, goal number 31 for Tage too. So he's just keeping pace with his normal, scoring 30 goals a year is nothing for him. And he just keeps on keeping on. So another game then, since we did get to see the Sabres, I'm always happy to see the Sabres win now, given, you and I talked about this before. It's great to see when franchises get uplifted and start coming out of that bottom basement that they've been in. Sabres, they're doing that for themselves.
Right, facts. I mean, good team, right? Good teams
Yeah,
win.
yep, I like it. So now I didn't get to see this game, but I did get to see some of the highlights. Capitals beat the Flyers 3-1. Took care of them pretty handedly in the third period. Philly, of course, getting the goal there to make it look close, a lot closer than what it was. But Capitals are just plugging along, aren't they? They're kind of staying pat in the standings in the East, staying in a position where they're gonna possibly be in the playoffs. You got to give it to Ovechkin, still going strong. All this time later, still scoring points. I mean, he didn't score a goal yesterday, but he's still going strong. He has over 20 goals this year already. A Train. This is impressive. We got to give him his flowers.
Yep. Obviously, we all know Alex Ovechkin. No Coates, right? I mean, some players in in that game. So, I mean, like I said, I'm going to shout out certain players. That's what I'm going to go with. Ovechkin, Coates. Let's go.
Let's go. And I did now. This was one of the games in the earlier segments, in the earlier game slot that I did get to see a good portion of too was Toronto and Tampa Bay. I was watching this because I saw that Braden Point was coming back off the injured reserve list, which is nice to see for him. He's been hurt for a better portion of this year. Was hoping to have a strong start, but injury derailed him, and he scored 2 goals. A train. The Toronto Maple Leafs. It looks like Austin Matthews came back from the Olympics, and they're just back to being stuck in that same old sludge pit that they were in beforehand. But the Tampa Bay Lightning,
Yeah, 10 they won the last 10 games in a row. You know that? Last 10 home games?
that's so impressive. And it's not like they're doing this in close fashion either. I mean, they come right out of the gate, 2 goals from, like I said, Braden Point, who hasn't been playing, fresh legs. Fresh legs, and getting him back in the face-off circle is really important for them.
Yep, I was like just kind of looking at some what's going into this. I'll hit later on some of the stuff I looked up, but yeah, that was one interesting stat that really popped out to me. Was yeah, 10 for 10 on their last 10 home games. Crazy.
And then also want to shout out Gage Goncalves. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. He scored an immaculate goal last night, getting tossed into the net, but keeping with the puck. Just really good effort. So giving him a little bit of a small round of applause there. So the next game, then, of course, let's talk about your Avalanche. How were you feeling after seeing them come back strong off of the Olympic
Yep,
break?
gotta love it, man. 4-2 win over the Mammoth. So the two stats that really popped out to me on that game was the Mammoth 1 for 5 on power plays. You get 5 power plays, you should be doing a lot more work. You know what I mean? The other one that really popped out to me was the Avalanche 43 of 28, 43 face-off wins over 28 face-off wins.
Wow.
Dude, that's going to tell you a lot, right? You win
Yeah.
face-offs, you're going to control the puck, right? And this is why the game ended 4-2, right?
Yeah, I think the only concern that I didn't like about the Avalanche here was them allowing more shots. Now it was 30 shots to 26. The Mammoth not putting up that much more, and of course being down in the third. You saw in the third, the Avalanche laid off. They took their foot off the gas because they're thinking long game here, right?
Yep, exactly. I mean, this is why we'll hit on it later. We'll talk about the trade and stuff, but yeah, so my guys, they look good. And then again, there's stuff I want to hit on later. I don't want to dwell too much on my abs every segment, you know what I mean?
Of course. See, that's what we love about you being here and me being here. We're unbiased. We're not going to bore you people with the love of our two teams.
Nah, I'm just
Uh,
not gonna glaze my guys. I've glazed my guys enough. I'm not gonna do it.
right.
Yeah.
The next game here was Dallas beating Seattle handedly, 4-1. Seattle getting a goal in the third period late, just pretty much back to business for Dallas. But having said that, Dallas coming out of the break with Rantanen on injured reserved, it looks
Yep.
like. So that's going to be rough for them. But of course, Dallas just completely putting the work in on Seattle. They're 1 for 3 on the power play. And then on top of that, they're dominating in shots on the Kraken. But I have to give the Kraken credit. They were matching Dallas almost with everything in hits and doing what they can defensively. But once again, Dallas just too much. You have Matt Duchene scoring, Wyatt Johnson having two in. What can you do, A Train? They're coming for your Avalanche.
Yep. Fucking the constant thorn in my fucking side. Obviously, won 4 of their last 4 games. Jared McCann is my favorite player from the Kraken. So I will shout out Wyatt Johnston also. Those are the two players I want to shout out. Was those two guys. So good game.
Good game. And then we have Winnipeg coming back from the break, winning in overtime 3-2. Now, obviously, we're not going to talk too much about our boy here because he's going to be the final touch on this show, Connor Hellebuck. But Winnipeg eking a goal out with Cole Perfetti scoring that in overtime. Not sure how I feel about Winnipeg just yet, A Train. They're a team that puzzles me. They can have good stretches, but I'm not sure they can take down Giants in the West, even with the goaltending of Hellebuck.
Yeah. So let's talk about it, right? The Canucks, not a good team. Final score was 3-2. Canucks lost 17 of their last 19 games. They're not a good team. They're not a
No,
good team. And I
no.
get there might be a little rust coming out, obviously after this Olympic break, but you expect more. I expect more personally. I thought I was going to see a better outing personally. I like Kyle O'Connor. There's certain players I do like on that Winnipeg team, and there are players I actually like on the Canucks too. Drew O'Connor, player. Shout out to him too.
Shout out to him and welcome Southgate to the show. Southgate, thanks for joining us. We're just going through the last two games from last night, brother. We're gonna hit Vegas. Panarin played in this one, but Vegas got the upper hand ultimately in the end. Vegas winning 6-4, but Panarin did show that he and Kempe have a little bit of chemistry there, a little bit of magic, and we'll see if that transitions. Did you notice anything about this game that you liked from either team here, Atrain?
Obviously, the Golden Knights are a good team. They're sitting at 28-16 right now, so obviously they are a good team. I feel like they're going to be the other thorn in my side. It's just every year it's going to be the Golden Knights. Every year it's going to be the Dallas Stars. They piss me off every year. Nothing's going to change. We're going to see them at the end. We're going to be playing them in the playoffs. I mean, this is what it is. Again, they beat a bad team, right? The Knights beat the Kings. Congratulations, right? The Kings have lost 5 of their last 6 games at home. Good job.
Yeah,
All right.
I know
I'm not
Southgate did a
moved.
good. I'm not moved either. Southgate did a good job of predicting Kempe's goal last night, didn't you, Southgate? I know that you had that on your sheet.
I'm sorry, I had which one on my sheet?
Kempe,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, whatever you say, Graham.
great insight as always.
Gremlin,
And
I apologize.
for what?
I want to apologize to everybody. I worked so many hours today that as I was signing into the podcast, I fell asleep 3 times.
Let's give big shout out to Southgate for being right on time.
Okay?
Always on time, always great, and it's always a pleasure to have him.
Love you, Southgate.
I'm still
Now,
trying to eat dinner. I'm
of
still
course
trying
you
to.
are.
I'm so tired. It's not even funny, but I showed up.
He's
You
I'm
here.
gonna
did.
have
You
I'm gonna have my usual. I'll probably have less than 10% of zero insight tonight, which will help you guys out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, Southgate, 5% is still a percentage.
Yep.
Um, so now, last game I want to talk about because I watched all of this game and I found it very revealing was the Oilers and Ducks. This one going down to the wire. The Ducks win 6-5
What a great
off.
game.
Oh my gosh, what a great game, especially the big rookie Beckett Seneke or Senek. I'm
How
sure
do you
I'm
say
not
his name?
pronouncing that properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his 19th goal of the year, tying it at 5-5, and then Cutter Gauthier at the end there, just burying it, getting it home off of a Leo Carlson assist with Kreider. Southgate, you know of Chris Kreider during his
Yes.
time with the Rangers. A Train and I both liked when he got this trade over to the Ducks because he's going to bring that nice veteran presence for these young guys like Beckett Senick and Leo Carlson. Uh, what did you think of his performance last night, particularly because he was all over the ice?
I was I wasn't surprised. I can't say I was very surprised when I heard that the Rangers traded him. But yeah, no, he was all over the place last night, and that that was a big comeback last night in last night's game, right?
Yeah, the first period, Edmonton looked like they were pretty in control. Roslovic has been playing very well before the break, and now he's continuing that play. Um, and of course, you can't let Edmonton get on special teams, but this Ducks team,
Yeah,
don't
well,
let
I
them get
actually
on
want
the
to give a
special
shout out
teams.
to is it Simon? Am I saying that right?
Southgate's so funny.
Who was it
In what regard?
on the Edmonton team?
Oh,
Are you
on the Oilers,
Savoy?
No, wait, hold on. Let me fact check it.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Who we talking about here, Southgate? We're gonna need a little context.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me 4 seconds.
In the meantime, Edmonton did go 1 for 2 on the power play. That first power play goal going to Matt Savoy off of a wrist shot. But Colson had the assist, and so did Ekholm. But what I found really interesting about this game, A Trade, is at the end there, it seemed like the typical Edmonton fall apart that we have been dreading, right? That they had been dreading.
Oh, Zach
That
Hyman.
Zach Hyman, yeah, Zach
Yeah.
Hyman
Okay.
did
I
score
said
there in the
Simon.
second period.
See, I'm
Simon
so tired.
Hyman,
I put it
whatever.
together.
Simon Hyman,
Yeah.
watch out for the skis. We'll
Watch
hit
out
you
for
Yeah.
with
this
that later.
Zach Hyman actually made me hit my parlay.
Simon. Simon.
Well, there you go. Zach Hyman helped you hit your parlay, and I
Yes.
mean, you're not even treating the dude right by knowing his name. You got to get better here, Southgate. Come on.
Yes. Well, no, I was so tired. I made his name into one. Instead of saying Zach Hyman, I called him Simon.
Oh yeah, Simon. That's right.
The next new shirt coming up at the Not Move podcast in the Wicked store, Zyman, number 14.
Simon hit the parlay.
Simon.
Zyman hit the parlay.
Watch out for Simon.
But yeah, the Oilers. I know that this was just the first game, and we shouldn't read too much into it, right? But I don't know. Should we, A Train? What do you think?
You know I don't like I don't like Connor O'Day. There's certain people I do not like on that team, and I don't. I'm really not trying to be biased, right? I'm really not. I'm really not. What can I say nice about them? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I got nothing.
Got nothing. I knew
All
it.
Go on,
right,
I
the
knew
so
it.
Oilers.
I figured it out. I'm either going to be a Hurricane fan or a San Jose Shark fan.
And what brought you to those two teams?
Um, Aho, you know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sebastian Aho,
Yeah. And the
Aho.
other guy, is it Nikas?
Natchez.
Yes.
He plays for A Train's team.
He plays for
Oh
my team,
no, then
Southgate.
not him. The other guy. Do it. Are they playing each other tonight?
Well, that's something we can hit on real quick later since the games are in action.
Mhm.
But yes, Carolina is in action tonight.
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you right now who the other player was that drew me to that other team.
Southgate has no clue who he wants to root for. He doesn't
No.
even know who plays for
Oh
who.
they're playing the Lightning. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
It
Southgate.
was it's Ellers.
Okay. Ellers.
Okay.
So
Well,
it was Ellers, and then it was Celebrini.
Okay, there you
okay.
go.
Well, that makes sense for the Sharks. That
Yes.
I didn't need to ask you for them because they have right now they're starting to boil over with young talent. I think the Sharks might possibly, if they keep playing well, sneak in as a wild card this year, and or next year really start that
So
push.
right now, who has a better record?
All right, let's go over that real quick. Are you good, Graham? If I just move on, I wanted to hit on kind of the betting aspect, right? Because people like to wager, like Southgate, right? So I brought up some facts today. I looked up some stats today. If you want to let me hit on it real quick, I have Stanley Cup odds from FanDuel. Are you excited, Southgate?
Yes, I am.
That makes you excited. All right. My Colorado Avalanche are sitting at number one with a 26.3% chance at winning the Stanley Cup, right? They have the fourth easiest remaining schedule, right? Sitting at number two would be the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have a 16.7% chance at winning the Stanley Cup on FanDuel. They have the 29th hardest schedule. So uphill battle for the Lightning. We have the Carolina Hurricanes at 12.5%. They're sitting at number three. We have the Las Vegas Golden Knights sitting at 10.5%. They actually are the number eighth easiest schedule, so they have a good shot. The Edmonton Oilers are sitting at 8.3%. The Minnesota Wild would be next with 5.6%. The Dallas Stars sitting at 5.3%. The Florida Panthers sitting at 4.8%. We have the LA Kings sitting at 2.8, Sabres at 2.8, Mammoth at 2.8, and the Canadians at 2.8. Rounding that up is going to be the Capitals and the Red Wings sitting at 2.4 and 2.2. So strength of schedule is going to matter, Southgate, right? Coming down the stretch, right?
Right now, both of you, give me your Stanley Cup prediction.
Man, for me, it's tough. I want to say the Avalanche, but we've seen teams that have records like this not do well in the playoffs. So
I mean, I'm
I
not going to hold you to it. I just want to see what FanDuel has the odds at.
okay. Then I'm gonna go with the Lightning and Stars.
Lightning and Stars.
I'm so disappointed in you right now. Are you trying to piss me off tonight?
So if you put a $100 bill on the Lightning to just to play the Stars in the
Nope,
Stanley
we're
Cup.
going to change that. Nope, Southgate, hold
No,
on
no, no.
before you
You
put
could do
that
your
in.
own too. But
Yeah,
if you
you
did
can do your
Lightning
own there,
versus
buddy.
Stars,
Okay.
But we are
100
thinking
will win
alike.
2,700.
We are thinking alike because I'm going to go 2022 rematch Avalanche versus Lightning.
Avalanche versus Lightning. 100 will win you 700.
What about the Hurricanes and Avalanche?
That's the second favorite at 950.
Okay.
And then the third favorite is Tampa Bay Vegas, Carolina Vegas, and then Tampa Bay Edmonton.
What about okay? Here's one, and I don't think A-Train. Maybe I think we're both thinking Avalanche, really. But what about the Wild and the Lightning, or
Uh,
the Wild and the Hurricanes? What are those odds looking like?
the Wild and the Lightning is 2,700, and the Wild and the Hurricanes is 3,500.
Now, A-Train, who is a wild card out of the East that you think the Avs could face in the finals? Someone that maybe we're not thinking of right now.
Wait, can I ask you guys something? Is there any chance the Buffalo Sabres could make it?
Uh,
There's always a chance. I'm just not confident that this is their year for that. But that's my
uh,
opinion.
like I said, 2.8% Southgate. So, I mean,
Well, sorry, I got a call. Here's the ones that play nice with Colorado. I mean, with the Avalanche. Um, Buffalo, Montreal, Washington, Detroit, and Pittsburgh. Oh,
So
and the
what?
last one would be Ottawa.
So one team I do like that I want to slot in here, A Train, is I think Montreal is a nice wild card.
you took mine. You took mine.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe be you and I watching Slavkovsky dominate the competition and seeing that he's just, with Lane Hudson and Demidov and all
So
those
if
young
your guys'
guys.
teams met in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Penguins versus the Avalanche,
Yep.
$100 bill would get you 5,000.
So, you know why the odds are so high, Southgate?
What?
Because unfortunately, Gremlin does not have Sidney Crosby, and he has the hardest remaining schedule out of all the teams.
Yep.
Right back.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Graham. It's been a good run. I think you guys can still make the playoffs, but Stanley Cup
Well,
hopes are rough.
well, let's move into this next segment here because it starts with how my
Here we
team
go.
took a
Well, how long
little
is
bit.
Crosby out for?
What's that?
How long is Crosby out for?
Did you see yet,
Yeah,
Graham?
he's out for 4 weeks.
I can't. No, I can't hear Graham.
Southgate, he is out for 4 weeks.
Southgate, you having technical difficulties?
Yeah, let me X out and come back.
All right, yeah, exit out and come back.
Well, we'll get back to this and hopefully he can hear us. But Kyle Dubas pulling off another one. The Mad Magician gets Sammy Gerard. I didn't know that Colorado had him available. I didn't think that they were looking to get rid of him, but the Colorado trades over a 2028 second round pick for Brett Kulak, who I like Brett Kulak. I think that's good for you guys. He shores up your bottom six defensemen. He's more of a defensive defenseman, but he can't shoot, right? He can be put on the power play. What did you think of this trade initially at first?
All right, so as we both look at this, right? Obviously, it involves my team and your team, right? I'm going to tell you. You tell me what you think I'm getting, and I'm going to tell you what I think you're getting. How's that sound?
All right, go
All
ahead.
right.
I'm interested.
All right. So obviously, I think that this, obviously, I feel like you might have won this trade, right? You might have won this trade, especially since we threw the 2028 second round pick on top of it. But let me tell you about Sam Girard, right? So obviously, he's the 2022 Stanley Cup winner. Obviously, this guy is a really elite skater, right? He's really good at his skating. That's just a known fact, right? He actually got the Player of the Week in 2019, heading into 2020. It was the December, January little barrier there. So yeah, you did get an NHL Player of the Week, right? He did have a game-winning goal for us this year. I don't know if you knew that, but he is a dynamic puck mover, and you get him for 5 mil. I think he averages his average time on the ice is about 17 minutes a game. He has 3 goals and 9 assists. That's what you're getting from me. So tell me what I'm getting from you, Graham.
So with Brett Kulak, obviously he only had a short amount of time here. The Penguins really didn't get to fully see what he brings to the table, but what he does bring is he's more of he is a two-way defender. He is more on the defensive side, but he can handle the puck. Which when he was in Edmonton, he was even being thrown out on the power play from time to time, and he did go out on the power play a couple times. So you're getting that, but I think the benefit here is he's a free agent at the end of the year. So I think the Avs are looking, at this as, hey, this is this loaner. We're gonna might even flip this contract for a
Cap
bigger
space.
trade. I
Hmm.
think I think this is a move possibly that they're either using to get another trade piece, especially since it's a contract that comes right off the books at the end of this year,
Right.
or they are going to use him in that bottom six scenario that you and I are talking about with, having that sure footed defenseman where he's going to play a more defensive style where Sammy Gerard is not, and there's not much of an age difference between these guys, what is it, 2 years between the two of them. So it's not like this vast, oh my gosh, the Penguins got so much younger. Not
I
like
mean,
that at all.
he was, a key piece in 2021, right, for that little playoff run for the previous team he played for, the Canadians, I think it was at the time. Nicknamed the Quiet Assassin, right? I guess he's really quiet, and just this is from what I've read up on him. I hear he's a faster defenseman. He has a veteran presence, which I think that's what might be why we did this move outside of money. And then we have, obviously, he's good at killing the penalty, right? And I saw that last night when I watched the game. It looks like he's good at killing the penalty.
Well, I
He has
think
1 goal, 8 assists. His average ice time is about 19 minutes a game. I do know who's missing him is the Oilers.
Ooh, brutally so. And one thing I think the Abs did that was smart by getting him is he's been to the Cup the last 2 years with them. He's played 20 plus games in the playoffs with
Right,
the Oilers,
right,
so they're getting another not old. He's only 31, 32 years old, actually. He's only 32. So basically 3 years older than Sammy,
right.
and you're getting a guy who knows how to play in the playoffs, who knows how to play playoff hockey, who knows how to be successful. I think it's a smart move on both parts. I think the only thing that I like about the pick getting from the Avalanche is that's more capital for the Penguins to use for something else, whether that's
Yeah.
going to be a draft pick in the future or a trade or something. Hey, I'm happy with it.
And us, obviously we love our teams. We're going to revisit this trade in the future, right? So we'll
Yep.
see how this plans out for both teams. Like you said, we don't know right now. It just happened.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's new.
Yeah, another trade that went down before that was the Blues shipping off Matt Luff to the Islanders for Julian Gauthier. Now, this for the Islanders, I think they're making a little bit of moves. They think they might be in a decent position to start coming up towards the end here to get maybe more than a wild card position. Patrick Wall still, you're well known with Patty as a hockey player, but and one-time coach for your Avs. But Patty Waugh is heading up this Avs team, and they got fire under him, man. They play gritty, and maybe this Islanders team is looking to make a run at the playoffs in a wide open Eastern Conference, huh?
Yep, my goat goaltender, right? Number one on our top 10 list of goalies. And
That's
I
right.
couldn't be happier, right? We haven't got too much flack for that. So we released both lists, right? Um, the only one I got a little flack on was the goalie list, and we can talk about that later. It's fine. It was
Yeah, the
Ryan.
goal.
It was Ryan. So if that says it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I know a couple other guys who wanted a certain goaltender in here and there, and that's hey. Sometimes there is justification for that for sure. I know with us, we took a lot into consideration with that list, and if anybody wants to see it, we talk about this daily. On any of our social medias, X, TikTok. Come check us out. No, you'll see us talking about it, and please join in on the discussion. We always love having open forum conversations. So we're ready to listen and talk with anybody.
Do you want to just hit on the sponsors real quick so I can step away for 2 seconds?
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do this real quick, guys. We've got a nice little clip for you to show you here about our boy, the man who I just brought up to the stage. Unfortunately, he is having some technical difficulties, but on Winnable here, we're gonna go ahead and play this ad for you. I want everybody to pay close attention. It's our boy Southgate.
Right here on TikTok, the Not Move podcast presents you Southgate's Parlays. Break the bookies, not your bank. For just $9.99 a day or $49.99 a week, you get the daily fire picks delivered straight to your phone and a direct line to Southgate himself in our private Discord. Tap the link, grab your membership at notmoveshop.com.
So right there, tap on in, guys. Fourth wall, link it up. Southgate, if you lock in with Southgate, he's going to be able to provide you with his same day parlays that this man is getting off and making dividends with. Southgate has been at this for years. We have known Southgate for a little while of time, and already everyone who works with him gets dividends. We also have for our sponsors, though, the MLB shop, NMP store. We also have the football store through Not Moved, Walmart, and then of course A-Train got us hooked up with this awesome sponsor, W Energy. Go ahead, A-Train, hit them with the W Energy real quick.
Yep, W Energy, obviously, our official sponsor for your energy drink needs. Then when they created this, obviously it was for gamers. You use the promo code Not Moved, and they will definitely hook you up. When I first approached them and messaged them and emailed them, I was telling them I'm all about our podcast, and they couldn't be more happy to sponsor us. I actually should be getting a shipment here soon, so I definitely am going to be showing on the podcast like all the different flavors and all the cool cans that they have. So look for that in the upcoming episodes.
That's awesome. And I can't wait to try some because once we get rolling, I know W Energy is also one of those energy companies that's not using all this sugar and side stuff to get in on you. They're all natural. You
Yep.
can find their ingredients listed on their website. They're very friendly and open with that. So it's going to be exciting to try some of these drinks with you. And we also got one thing, A-Train, that we added to the shop just recently for our boy Southgate.
Move Podcast has new merch. Watch out for the skies. Southgate edition. Premium cotton. Bold print. Support the movement. Stay not moved. Grab yours at notmoveshop.fourthwall.com.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever In the Wickets shirt with our boy Southgate. Watch out for the skis.
We made a shirt for you.
How you feel about that, Southie?
Once the skis start coming, you're in trouble. I'm telling you, I seen a very vicious ski today.
Those skis.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, but it's finally time. It is finally time. Real quick, we're just one last thing. At the end of our player profile, we are going to touch on quickly the games that are happening right now. We'll give you the scores that are in motion and what's going to happen tonight. And then also, we already kind of announced A Train our next week's and player profile member with Connor Hellebuyck this last week, but we'll go ahead and do it again later on afterwards. But I know you all know who it is. But let's get into it. A Train, sir, this is the one, the only Connor Hellebuyck who we're going to feature this week. Why don't you get started with our United States gold medal winning goaltender?
Yeah. I mean, so this is my guy, right? Love Connor Hellebuyck, right? So the buck stops here. I'm going to start with that. All right. Left-handed goalie, by the way, Southgate. I don't know if you knew that, right? The four-time All-Star, the Hart Memorial Trophy winner. This guy, and that's rare for a goalie. When you win that award, that is very rare, Southgate. The three-time Vezina winner. He one season he allowed the fewest amount of goals. Obviously, he just won this Olympic gold medal. The four-time a four-time All-Star. What I like about him, Graham, is his tall, lanky frame. Right, he's tall, he's lengthy, he can make stops. He can really get outside the net and really just extend. And we saw it firsthand, right, against Taves in that All Star game. So, this guy is the backbone of the Winnipeg Jets. A premier goaltender. He's an elite shot stopping ability. I can't say enough about this guy. I really don't. And pretty soon he's going to have the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award.
Yeah, I Connor Hellebuck, I like him a lot because of all the things you're saying about how he's just a consummate professional as well. We don't talk about that enough, how these guys are getting you and I have not talked about the playoff woes for him, which we'll get into. But you nailed it on the head, A Train, with how big he is and how he stretches the net. But it looks like he's very good, it seems to me, with his mechanics and using his size to benefit himself in that way. He makes the big stretch saves and absolutely spectacular ones when necessary, right? And we see this guy in constant position. He's always in the right position, it seems like. But he's already a three-time Vezina winner. And like you said, he won that MVP. And that was last year, A Train. And like you said, in an era where it's very hard for goaltenders to win MVP, he won last year, and he had almost like a clean sweep of all the awards he was nominated for.
Love the guy. I mean, couldn't be more proud to be an American, and just seeing his performance in the Olympic game, couldn't be happier to have him on America's side.
Yeah, and I like that he's not a guy that was on the radar immediately when he got drafted. He was kind of a pick that was hidden there by the Jets. He gets picked up, what is it, the fifth round, I believe, in the
Yeah, he's a fifth
2012.
rounder. He's a fifth rounder, Graham.
Yeah, I was looking through the list of goalies that went ahead of him in the 2012 draft. And, there's a couple names at spring that off the tip of your tongue. You're like, okay, Corpusalo, he's not as good as Hellebuck, but
No.
you see some of these. But the one thing that stood out to me as well is aside from that, the number one pick of this draft is infamous. It's the Nail Yakupov draft.
Mm-hmm.
Where he gets taken number one, and you go back and you look at all these guys like Connor Hellebuck now, who is an MVP, a three-time Vezina winner, and you look at the guys taken ahead of him, who some just aren't in the league today at all. Some are, but some aren't, and I think this also speaks to the longevity of Connor Hellebuyck, how well he has kept up ever since, becoming the Winnipeg Jets full-time starter way back in 2015.
Southgate, what'd you think? What'd you think of our goalie in the Olympics? All right.
Southgate, hopefully you can hear us, buddy. I hope you're not having any technical
Oh,
difficulties, but
sorry, I'm back. I was very impressed by the goalie. I hit the mute button. I didn't want to weigh in on you guys, but yeah, no, the goalie was very, very impressive. The Canadian goalie got very lucky a lot of times on a lot of shots, and he just got completely outplayed. But the American goalie did amazing. But I'm looking right now, and I'm looking at A Train's boy, Kale McCall, and I love him tonight for a goal.
You do it. Lock it in.
So
Lock it
Send
in,
it.
I'm gonna
everybody.
throw that one out there for free. He's plus
All
three
hail
hundred and twenty
Kale.
dollars.
All hail Kale.
Lock it in, everybody. If Southgate says, then it shall be. Back to Connor Hellebuck, though. A Train, people seem to think that this guy can't win when it matters, right? Because of all the Stanley Cup woes. I want to remind everybody that the first year he played in the playoffs, which was 2017, they went to the Western Conference Finals and lost. Um, I don't think that he is the issue. I just think that, that the Jets are one of those teams that are good enough to make it, but they can't quite beat teams like the Avs and the Stars and the Wild. What do you think, A Train?
I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? When the best player on your team's a goalie, I mean, it limits you. What else do they have, Graham? Like, what else do they have?
Yeah, that team that they put together last year and actually the year before in 23, 24, and last year's team, they actually had a nice, well rounded team, right? We saw Ellers depart and go sign with Carolina, but they still have Connor, who is really good. He is a great
That's the one I
American goal
like.
scorer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Kyle Connor a whole bunch.
that's my favorite guy. Outside, obviously of Hellebuyck, but
Yeah, and they are kind of successful with Jonathan Taves this year. He's providing this nice veteran leadership.
right.
Um, but once again, I don't think they're going to do much in the playoffs this year, unfortunately.
That's why it was such a big deal. He got this gold medal, right?
Yeah, I think this completely changes the entire outlook of his career, if I'm being honest. He can lose in the first round from here on out till he retires. And for me, I know as a avid hockey fan, I'm always going to consider him a great.
Yep, same here. I mean, hats off to you, sir. You crushed it this year. You brought home the gold for the American team. First time in 46 years. Connor Hellebuyck.
Yeah, it was great. Southgate, you were able to see both Olympic gold medals, right? You got to see the one back in '80, and you got to see, Connor Hellebuck do everything within his power to win this gold medal. Can you tell us something about this gold medal here that feels really great and special compared to maybe that 1980 win that you witnessed?
I can't say that. I mean, I was still a little whippersnapper. I just remember the reaction of everyone going crazy. I can't say that I was really watching the game and understanding it because I was only 5 going on 6 at the time. But I remember like everyone's reactions and how happy everyone was and shocked and surprised, and like it was just such a good feel moment for the whole country.
Yeah, and
Good
I think
times.
A Train and I know for sure, and hopefully you will. This gold medal with Connor Hellebuck and Jack Hughes winning it. I'm going to remember this as long as I live. I know that because it was great to witness. It's cool to witness our team get the gold when we've never seen it really in our lifetime. Huh, A Train?
God bless the USA. Let's go, Graham. We're gold medal winners. Let's go. It belongs to us now.
Because if I'm correct, back in the '80s, they were all college kids, right?
Yes, they were. Yes, they
Was it
were.
like Neil Broughton, the best player on the team?
At the time, I believe so. That
Yeah.
or Callahan.
Hmm.
But I just want to say though, Connor Hellebuck, we decided on featuring him even before A Train. You were saying it before watching him in the tournament. You're like, we really got to feature this guy. He's doing everything in his power to keep us afloat, and you nailed it because luckily brought home the gold. We're going to celebrate him forever. But Connor Hellebuck, thank you, sir.
Thank
A
you,
Train,
sir.
who's the
Yeah.
next guy for next week? Who was he? Who did we say he
Okay.
was?
So I don't know. So we're gonna definitely have a special guest appearance with Jake Silva from the Snake Sports podcast, right? So Jake has his own sports podcast. He's also the owner of the Chargers Syndicate. podcast. So we are going to feature the Vegas Golden Knights with one of the bigger names, Jake Silva, podcaster. So we're looking forward to collaborating with Jake. I oh man, I wanted to go Jack Hughes. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of want to go one of the Hughes. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I think we go with our original thought of Jack Hughes. We'll keep it back to back gold guys who made the gold happen.
Yeah,
I think we get the Devils out of the way too, because we're not going to say too much nice things about the New Jersey Devils. It's really hard to.
yeah,
It'll be nice things about Jack Hughes, but I'm sorry, New Jersey fans. I just can't find it in me to really say anything nice about you right now.
yeah.
Uh, you, you're a team in the NHL. That's something nice I can say, right?
That's about it. They got the hardest strength of schedule, by the way, too.
Oh, good, good. So there we go. That makes me feel a little bit brighter. So thank you, New Jersey, for having a harder strength of schedule too.
The worst
Uh,
strength of schedule,
oh, man.
statistically.
My Pens not also in that bad boat right now. But before we get out of here quickly, there are games going on right now. As of right now, updated. So the first score that we have here is between Columbus and Boston. Boston is up 2-1 right now after two. Southgate, you got any feeling on Columbus and Boston? Anything that you're feeling on this one?
Yeah, hold on, let me get there. Islanders Canadians 2-2 real quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's also
I'm sorry, I just wanted to check that one out. Matthew Schaefer with 2 goals
Damn.
for the Islanders. I'm sorry. Uh, Columbus and Toronto. I mean
in
Columbus
Boston.
and Boston. Okay.
Yeah.
Boston just took the lead 2-1 at the end of the second.
You like anything for this game for anybody to look at?
I actually liked Morgan Geeky as he just scored it in the second period, and I had Krill in a goal parlay.
So
Now,
Marchenko, he looks like what he's got the lone goal right now, I believe. So you got
Right.
Kirill
yeah,
Marchenko.
Nikita scored. Ellis scored in the Tampa Bay game. Brandon Hagel scored.
Bagel.
Gunsel 2 points.
Yeah, that game right now is tied 4-4
You
here in
know,
the
I'm
second.
I'm wondering, which I was very mad last night. Uh, Remember how that game started getting crazy last night? What was it? The Avalanche game.
Yeah.
Once it hit like 4-3, FanDuel shut down all anytime goals for it
Why do you think that is?
because they knew that it was like practically no one in that they were just scoring at will,
Yep.
and they just wanted people. They were getting smashed on the game. Now
Yeah.
this is something that's bothering me because I had it in and I took it out. Brady Tkachuk and Dylan Larkin both scored goals tonight. I had it in and I took it out.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Yep.
that game 1-1 in the second now between Detroit and Ottawa. And Southgate already hit upon it too. Islanders and Canadians 2-2. I would look at Demidov in that game for this third period coming out, or even
Pittsburgh's
Lane
tied
Hudson.
up.
Pittsburgh 1-1 in the second
Yep.
here. Thomas Novak got the goal, and Paul Cotter for the Devils. Um, Flyers are down 1-0 to the Rangers. The Rangers are actually at home and winning a game, so look for that game to go south at some point here.
Did
Just has
Toronto
been what it
shoot it
is.
in its own net? Oh
Uh,
no,
Tor-
I'm sorry. There it is. Okay, they changed
yeah,
it.
Toronto
No,
three
no, there
nothing.
was a mistake made. I
Okay, so
do
it's
have
2-0
Carter
Florida
for
then
an
still.
anytime goal. Carter uh, it's a tough one. Verhaeghe.
Verhage
Verhage.
Verhaeghe. Okay.
for
Yeah.
Florida.
Yes, I have him for an anytime goal, but he's in a long shot play. Oh, the Rangers scored.
Your boys.
Yes, Sam
Yeah,
Carrick. Rangers are up 1-0 right now.
yeah, that's like his second goal of his career. So
You're
let's
not going to
not
be
get
a
excited
Rangers fan?
about that.
Why are you not going to be a Rangers fan? Or
Capco scored. I had him last night.
who's going to be your team, Southgate?
Um, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Flip Forsberg scored. I'm thinking I'm going
Flip.
to go with uh. Hold on, just let me double check. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Hurricanes.
Fucking guy.
I have to
Jeez,
because I really like their players. I really like San Jose's players.
I
I
can't
fuck.
believe you.
What a scumbag. What a.
What a scumbag you are picking these warm weather hockey teams. What is your problem?
No, because I need something on the East Coast that I can stay up and watch.
Oh
You can
my
watch the
God. That's
Rangers.
why? That's why? Oh my God.
I
What's
ain't
wrong with the
watching the
Rangers?
Rangers.
You watched them in '94. You bandwagoned on that cup.
Yeah, I was just rooting for my brother. I felt bad.
This
Oh
fucking
my
guy.
He hadn't
gosh,
gotten a
this
girl in like
guy.
4 years. I was just hoping he'd get a Stanley Cup.
He's a fucking scumbag. Grim.
Jeez. He
We
comes
make a
he co-
shirt for him, and this is what he does to
I
us.
know. He comes with a bungee cord to just wrap it around the ball hitch on
Why?
the truck. Whoever's winning and
What's
just
wrong with the
skates along
Hurricanes?
with us.
No, I'm just giving you shit, Southgate. I really don't care. Pick
No,
whoever you
I'm
want.
just curious. This is kind of funny. I know Common became a Georgia fan, but when did Common become an OKC fan? What I miss?
He was a Sonics fan prior.
I
Yeah,
don't
and you can
remember
talk
that.
about that on the basketball pod.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, this
he's
is
no.
hockey.
I'm only talking about. We're gonna have to talk about that one on the bandwagon pod.
The bandwagon podcast. It's crazy you don't have a team, and it's crazy you're not picking my team, but it's fine. Southgate, love you, but watch
You
out for
know
the
what?
skis in the shop.
You know what? The story of my life. I should pick the orange and blue team, but I'm not doing it to you guys.
That's all right. You pick who you want, Southgate. You know.
No, I listen. I'm a Knick fan. I'm a Met fan, and I'm a Bronco fan.
So you're just not gonna go orange and blue for hockey.
So if I did, who would that leave me with?
Who do you think?
Graham?
Go ahead.
Graham,
Come
you
on.
ask him for help?
No, I'm asking him. Would he rather me become that type of fan?
I mean, the Islanders have a nice young core right now, so you could hop on at the right time. Patrick Waugh is their
No,
head
I'm saying you
coach.
rather me be an Islander fan than a Columbus fan.
Columbus doesn't even matter to us, so you can be whoever. I mean,
Don't
Columbus
pick
will,
Columbus.
No,
they
I
don't like
mean,
they
I'm
don't
wait.
like us, but we
No,
don't
no,
even
no.
think
Wait,
about
I'm
them.
sorry. Then a Hurricane fan.
No, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. They're a good hockey club. I'll give you that. At least you followed a good hockey club, right?
No, they're
Yeah.
playing good. They're playing really well.
They
I'm not
are
gonna shit on
good.
them. They're playing
They
really
always
well.
make the playoffs, Southgate. So you picked one to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe that's what you need to do, Southgate.
And plus, they have ties to the Hartford Whalers. So, you could say you love that Hartford Whaler connection, right?
I could. I.
Bust out
I.
your
I,
Ronnie Francis jersey from the
I
Hartford
mean,
Whale.
no. I could bust out my Brendan Shanahan jersey.
There you go. And you love Shanahan.
Yep.
And with that, we're going to cut it off for tonight. And we're going to go finish watching these games. Hopefully, my Penguins win. And Southgate, is there anything you want to leave us with before we get out of here? Anything that you think anybody should go hurry up and get on right now before these games end
I
tonight?
actually like Kale, Leon, and Kempke tonight.
There, you heard it from Southgate. So listen to Southgate, Kale, Leon, and Kempe. Look for that, he's saying. So check it on out. And next week, guys, come on back here. Same time. We're going to be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with In the Wickets. A-Train's going to be here. We're going to be breaking down Jack Hughes. We're going to be talking the New Jersey Devils young stud. And Southgate hopefully is going to be back to pick us some good winners, help us get on with those Southgate parlays. Southgate, anything else you want to leave us, my friend?
I'm good. I will see you guys on the lives.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch
Thank
you next
you.
week.
NFP in the Wickets.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.